Okay, awesome. Thanks you guys for hopping on tonight. I normally take this call. Actually, I do like a 3-day group where I will actually put all this information into a group, and I will do it within like 3 days. And so sometimes occasionally I like to do a call because a lot of you guys either are super interested and you just kind of want to know the facts. And so that's what I'm going to do tonight. You're going to be like drinking from a fire hydrant. I'm going to try to answer most of the frequently asked questions that I get, as far as like, what is coaching about and how much do you make, and different objections. I'm going to go over those. And so while I'm talking about this, I want you to think about what it is that you have. What questions do you have? Okay. So I'm taking kind of the broad spectrum of coaching and gonna like try to bust through some things that have been asked. But if there's something specific that you want at the end of this, I'll do like a really quick Q&A, and you guys can ask whatever you want to. Okay. That's kind of another reason why I like these calls, is that you can hear it all and then ask questions before the end, and then we'll go from there. So, first of all, my number one goal is that I just want to be raw and transparent and open and honest with you guys about coaching. Okay. That is what this is about. It's just me being completely honest. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm not going to tell you that this is, super easy money. I'm not going to tell you that, you can lose 30 pounds overnight either. But I will tell you what it has done for my family. I can only speak from experience. I did not expect this to be what it has become for me and my family. However, I can't not tell people about this, because my hope is that there's somebody else that's out there like me, like you, was in the position that I was in, and that really needed something like coaching to come alongside them and to give them the confidence. But not only that, but to be able to honestly get you feeling the best, so that you can be the best for your family, for your kids, for your other responsibilities that you have. Okay. So tonight I just want to chat quickly about how we earn money. I want to talk about the training that you're going to receive when you sign up to be a coach under our team. And ideally, how much time coaching takes. That's one of the biggest questions people ask me is, well, I don't have a lot of time. And it looks like, you do so much work on social media and you're a stay-at-home mom. You must have all this time. Okay. So I'm going to talk about that. And then I want to go over some objections. So that's kind of like what this is. So really fast, let me tell you a little bit about my story. And whoever it is that invited you here, they have their own story, but they obviously invited you because they felt like you would be an amazing part to our team. And I just want you to know that whatever background you come from, we really ask the people that we think would do an amazing job. As a coach, we do. I don't go out of my way to ask people that I feel like would not benefit from this. And so if you were asked, I want you to take that as a compliment. Okay. So think about that. And it's such a compliment because it can be life-changing. Okay. So, first of all, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. So I personally have always been into fitness. I was a collegiate all-star cheerleader. I cheered in college. I was super, I would say like athletic, I guess you could say. And then I went to college and I gained 30 pounds, and I realized my freshman year, and I realized, okay, I can't eat whatever I want to, whenever I want to, and to stay fit. So that was kind of like my first wake-up call, because I'd never really had an issue with my weight until I went to college. And I actually was an athlete. I cheered in college, and I still had a problem with my weight. And so fast forward a little bit more than that, even though I was working out, I still wasn't losing weight. So I can tell you from experience that just because you work out, but you eat like crap, you will not get your fitness results. I was that girl. And so fast forward, I ended up getting pregnant, and I gained 60 pounds with both of my pregnancies. So I knew how to put on some weight. And right after I had my first son, I was like, I have to do something, because I am so miserable in the way that I feel, in the way that I carried myself. My husband could tell I was miserable. I was dealing with a little bit of postpartum stuff, and I was starting to just get in this really, really awful place in my life. We had just moved to a new town, and I didn't know a lot of people, and we hadn't really found the church and gotten involved in it. And so for me personally, I didn't have a lot of girlfriends. And so I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all in. And so I decided, because I didn't have much going on, I was a brand new mom, I was going to go all in, and I did Insanity. And I'm one of those people that's like, give me the hardest program on the shelf, I'm going to do that one. That's just my personality. And so I was like, I think I can do this. And so I decided to go all in, and I decided to do Insanity and to drink Shakeology and to do the meal plan. I'd never done any of that before. Okay. So when I started Insanity and I started doing Shakeology and I did the meal plan to a T, in 60 days. So I did 2 rounds of Insanity. Okay. And so after, actually Insanity is 60 days. So I did 2 rounds of Insanity, and after 2 rounds of Insanity, I'd lost all of my pregnancy weight. And people were like, what are you doing? Like, tell me, whatever it is that you're doing, I want to do. And so I just started sharing what I was doing on social media, pre me becoming a coach. So I just started sharing like what I was doing. And so my coach reached out to me and she said, you do realize you're doing exactly what I do. You're just not getting paid for it. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean I can get paid for this? I didn't realize that I thought a Beachbody coach were like celebrity trainers. I thought that you had to be a personal trainer to be a Beachbody coach. I didn't know that it could be somebody just like me that happened to like the programs. So anyway, so she invited me to become a coach, and immediately my husband said no. He was like, you don't have time for that. You know, we don't have any money. I had just gone from working in eye surgery to stopped working in eye surgery to become a stay-at-home mom. We had a huge pay cut when that happened. My husband was, traveling all the time. Ideally, it was not a good time for us. We were not in a good place. And for me personally, I was a new mom. So Matt was like, you need to focus on your new mom responsibilities. But I was still missing that community. I didn't have that community. And I thrive off of that. I needed that in my life. And so that's what I kept watching all these other coaches, and I kept seeing them go to all these events. And I'm like, I want to be a part of that. If I can't go and teach group fitness in a gym, I want to be able to still relate to people, but do it from my own home without having to leave my house. And so that's when I decided to coach. And my husband said, here's your ultimatum. You have 6 months. If we start losing money and you can't make this work for us, you're going to quit. And so that was all I needed for me to go guns a-blazing. I was going to say balls to the walls, but that's not appropriate. So I went full force. Okay. I did not let anything get in my way. I said, I only had a cell phone. I did not have a computer. For 6 months, I worked my tail off to be able to afford a computer because, of course, Matt wasn't going to buy it for me. I only had a cell phone. So I did my entire business for 6 months until I earned enough money to be able to buy my first computer. I bought a MacBook Pro 6 months after I had signed up as a coach, because I knew if I was going to be a businesswoman, I had to treat this like a business, and I had to be able to start making those decisions in order to get me to where I wanted to go. And I had even though I didn't have like a huge support system behind me, I knew that if I showed Matt the numbers and he saw that I wasn't neglecting my family, that this would be an amazing fit for us. It would be fulfilling my needs and what I needed as like being socially with people, but then it also allowing me to stay home and be 100% present with my family and 100% present with my business during nap time. That was kind of, what we did. So, I want to go into really quick. The very first objection that I get a lot of time is people say, okay, well, this is a pyramid scheme. And so first of all, I want to tell you guys, a lot of times people don't know what a pyramid scheme is. They just use that word because they've heard it before. That was me. I didn't know what it was. I thought, oh, this is a pyramid scheme. And so I didn't know what it was. Well, first of all, pyramid schemes are legal. And immediately when pyramid schemes are caught, they there's some type of lawsuit. Okay. So Beachbody has been around for quite a while now. And I have been in the business for 5.5 years. And if it was some type of illegal pyramid scheme, then we obviously would not be here right now. And so, if you think of like corporate America, let's just think of like Target. Okay. So there's the CEO of Target, and then they've got the like the executive CEO or whatever they're called. And then you think of it as like a triangle. Okay. So it's like a pyramid scheme. Okay. So the people that work in the store at Target will never be able to make more money than the people, above the CEO. That's just how that works. Okay. That's just how the business model is made. And so there's certain levels of the business. And so there's people that will never be able to make more than the CEO. Okay. Pyramid scheme. So basically a pyramid scheme is when people ask people to buy into something with nothing in return. Okay. So basically they say, here, I need you to buy into this for $200. And whenever you get somebody else to buy into it for $200, you're going to get your money back. That's a pyramid scheme. Okay. So it's illegal. You're not allowed to do that because you're basically paying money to buy into something that you're not getting any return in. Okay. So that is not Beachbody. That is not Beachbody. I don't make any money off of people that sign up with me. Somebody who wants to be a coach, I don't make any money off of them just because they sign up as a coach. Okay. So with Beachbody, you can become a coach for as little as $39.95. If you just want to sign up as a coach, so we're not making any money off of that. I don't make a single dime from people signing up for me. My success is dependent on your success. So my success is dependent on showing you how I became successful. So that is what coaching is about. Okay. So this is not a huge buy-in. The product that you buy when you sign up is the product that you're going to use to better your own life, you guys. Better your own life. You are not required to hold any product at your house. Beachbody holds all of that for you. So sometimes you see these multi-level marketing companies that make you buy like hundreds and thousands of dollars of inventory and keep it at your house, where somewhere you're supposed to find space for all of this and you have to keep it. And so there is no buy-in. There is no keeping inventory. You are able, as soon as somebody orders something from you, Beachbody is who ships it. You don't ship it. You don't deal with any of that. The only thing I bought was what I use. Okay. Same thing will go for you. So the second thing that I get really quickly is that I don't want to be a salesperson. Okay. A lot of you guys most likely have seen people that have done that the wrong way. So maybe you've seen people on your newsfeed that you feel like or maybe it's been a coach where you feel like they have done it the wrong way, or they seem icky, or they seem like, here is Shakeology, I'm drinking it, here's my link to buy it type of thing. And so that is not at all what we teach in our training. In fact, we're going to actually teach you how to do curiosity marketing. Curiosity marketing is where you talk about your product without ever using any of the words. We teach you how to story tell. So like at the beginning of this call, I told you guys about my story, and that's what we're teaching you how to do. We're teaching you how to tell your own story. Your story is not my story, and my story is not your story. Nobody can tell you that something did not change your life. Okay, so that we're going to teach you how to talk about that in our training. I tell my coaches all the time, I tell them, you don't go buy a drill at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. You don't, Jacqueline's laughing because she hears this all the time. You do not go buy a drill because you need another drill. Okay, you go and buy a drill because you need a hole in the wall. Okay, so the drill is like Shakeology. Okay, you don't talk about the Shakeology. You don't talk about this amazing thing. You talk about what that drink or whatever that thing is can do for you. I always say, talk about the hole. Talk about the hole, because that's what people need. They need to know how to fix the hole. And so that's what you're talking about. So for example, let's just say I'm writing up a post and I say, I drink Shakeology because it is the only thing that has helped me to crave my sweet tooth. I am addicted to chocolate cake and to brownies. And the only way that I don't eat that after dinner every single night is because I make this shake, and this is how I make it. Or, this is the only way that I was able to lose my 60 pounds of weight that I gained with my 2 kids. Honestly, and it's chock full of nutrition. It's the equivalent of 5 salads, and it literally keeps me full for hours. Okay. That's what I talk about. I don't talk about the shake itself. Okay. For instance, I also say, The only way that I'm able to get up at 5:00 in the morning and work out is because of my pre-workout. And I usually don't even say the name of it. I just say my pre-workout, and they'll usually message me and say, well, what is your pre-workout? But I'll say the only way I'm able to get up at 5 a.m. to get my devotions done, to shout out in my team pages, to go ahead and do my workout, and to be up before my kids are up is because I take my pre-workout. And that's how I'm able to do all that. And so that's what I talk about is people want to know how it's going to fix the problem, whatever, your problem is. So that is sharing, you guys. That is sharing. That's not selling. That's showing people that there is a way for them for whatever your product is to be able to help them. Okay, so you're trying to fix the problem that somebody else has. And so I talk about how it's changed my life, and I am honest and open about my story. You guys, let me be honest with you. Nobody can relate to a six-pack. I'm just being honest. Nobody can relate to that. They may think it's amazing, and they may think, oh my gosh, that's awesome. What they can relate to is your progression, how you've changed as a person, how you're continuing to work on your fitness journeys every single day. That's what they can relate to. They cannot relate to somebody that's perfect. They cannot relate to somebody who eats nuts and berries and spinach with no dressing. They can't. So you have to be honest about maybe saying, I absolutely hate salads. I'm just being honest. Yes, I'm a health and fitness coach, but I hate salads. But you know what helps me is that I'm able to have a shake that has 5 salads in it. So I don't feel guilty about not wanting to eat salads all day long. And you are more relatable that way when you talk about that. And you that just goes to show you that you are normal. You're not perfect. People can relate more to that. And so other things that I don't stop posting about my regular life. Okay. And I'm kind of just giving you guys like a little bit of training as to what we train on in our coach training. But we talk about, what are the 5 things that define you? Well, number 1, I love Jesus with all my heart. And number 2, I'm a wife to an amazing husband that I love more than anything. And then I'm a boy mom. I've got 2 boys that are, 6 and 4, and they're crazy, and I'm running around I'm a soccer mom. I don't have a minivan yet, but I am a soccer mom because my boys play soccer. And, and then I love group fitness. I love group fitness. I would do that for free for the rest of my life if I could. And I love community, and I love people. And so I think about those things that I'm into. I love Lululemon. Okay. That's another thing that I'm really big and I'm big into. So what are those things that, you are? So another objection is people say, well, I'm not that interesting. I can't imagine having to post about stuff because I'm just really boring. And I think, well, what do you like to do? What is your dynamic right now? For me, I was a college athlete. Are you a recovering, binge eater? Are you a recovering, you're recovering, trying to get over anxiety? Have you had postpartum depression before? Think about those things that somebody else might be dealing with. And that's what you want to be honest about. Because when you're honest, people can relate to you. When you tell your story, they can relate to you. Okay, and this is something else that I tell my coaches all the time. Okay, some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? Some will. Some are going to buy into this, you guys. Somebody are going to say, I'm on board right now. Some won't. Some won't. Who cares? Some won't. So what? Who's next? Do not get discouraged by the people that are not ready yet. A lot of them, most of the time, are dealing with the fact that they are embarrassed to say that they need help. And I get that all the time. Some people that either unfollowed me in the beginning of my journey are now coming back to me because they realize that I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm super happy in what I do. And I'm continuing to build a legacy for my family. Okay, so that's kind of like coaching and the meat of it right there. That's what we do. We share our life and we have people join our journey. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about really quick is how much does it cost to be a coach? And then I'll briefly go over how much you can make. So first of all, let me say this. Have you ever worked in corporate America where you felt like you worked so much harder than somebody else, yet that person and you are making the same exact amount of money? Like I had felt that many times. Okay. I felt like that I was like the overachiever, the brown noser, the one that was, always showing up early and staying late. And, I felt like I should have been making more money than I was, but yet my colleagues beside me were making the same amount of money. Okay. That's not how Beachbody coaching is. You get paid based off of the work that you produce. So even though I'm happy to say that God has blessed me in this business far more than I ever could imagine, I have worked hard in what I call power pockets of time. Okay. So a lot of people look at me and they think, okay, do you work all day long? Like, are you always at your computer? Absolutely not. I'm not. You want to know why? Because wherever I am, I'm going to give 100% to that area, that part of me at that time. So if I'm with my kids, I am 100% with my kids. If I'm working, I'm 100% working. Okay. Now, sometimes I have to do the whole like back and forth thing, especially in the summertime. Summertime is very hard because you sometimes feel like, okay, well, I've got to like delegate my time, but I am very good at when I need to be doing this, I'm here and I'm all in. And we're going to teach you how to do that. Okay. Also, when I was a mom, I was feeding every 2 hours. I was having to change. I was having to go take the baby for a walk and then they would sleep. And so during those nap times, I took advantage of the fact that I had maybe an hour to go do my business. I know for me, a lot of my coaches work full time. Do you know when they work their business? They get up at 5 o'clock, they work out. They work on themselves first because you cannot pour from an empty cup, you guys. Okay, so we're going to teach you all about this in their training. But when you are full, you're able to give more to all of your responsibilities around you. So they work in pockets of time. They work 30 minutes before they have to go to work. During their lunchtime, they're messaging people or whatever it is they have to do, and maybe an hour when they go to bed or 30 minutes when they go to bed. And we do what's called a power hour, where there's an actual outline that I'm going to give you that shows you exactly what you need to do sometime throughout the day, that when you lay your head on your pillow that night, you can think, man, I moved my business forward today. I did some stuff. Even though today was crazy and even though, I only had 10 minutes here and 20 minutes there, you get done what you can in that amount of time. And then at the end of the night, you look and see that your boxes are checked, and you can say, today I did exactly what I need to do, and you go to bed. Now, 5.5 years later, I work more on my business. Okay. I'm able to give more time to my business. I usually give about 4 hours a day to my business, sometimes more, sometimes less, but that's about how much I give to my business. It's still part-time hours. Well, the full-time income, you guys, though. So, but it's because I've worked really hard to get to this place. So that's what we call power pockets and working in the small amount of time that you have. Okay. So back to how much it costs. So all of my new coaches, when they say, okay, I'm ready, I want to sign up, how much does it cost? I tell them that the best way to sign up is to sign up with an all-access challenge pack. An all-access challenge pack is everything that you need to succeed, you guys. Everything that you need. So with the all-access challenge pack, I need to get some water. You are going to get 1 year of Beachbody on demand, an entire year. So your customer or whoever it is will get 1 year of Beachbody on demand, which is over thousands of workouts, you guys. Thousands of workouts. There's like 40 different workout programs from beginner to super advanced. There are kid workouts. There are workouts if you're 100 years old. There's workouts for you there. I mean, there is somebody who has never done a workout in their life. There are like every workout for every area of your life, there is a workout for, okay? There are meal plans that are done by celebrity nutritionists and celebrity trainers that are far better than any meal plans I've ever seen out there. I can promise you that. The supplements, the Beachbody Performance line, you guys, it's endorsed by Iron Man. So it is legit. It is, there's no artificial flavors and no artificial anything in there. There's no artificial sugars. It is the healthiest form of the way to get healthy that I have ever seen. people all often ask me, well, how does, Beachbody or Shakeology, differ from this shake? And I never bash any other shake, okay? But what I do tell them is the facts. I will say, this is what's important to me. I want to make sure there's no artificial sugar, because I'm not going to give my kids artificial sugar if they don't need it. I also want to make sure that there is no artificial flavors in there. So is everything in there like either a vitamin or some type of supplement or something that's going to help make me better? Also, it's really important to me that it's something that my kids, if they drank it, it would not hurt anything. Because a lot of times those chemicals that are in those protein shakes to make them taste better are bad for your children. So I'll usually say, I don't know about that shake, but what I know is that this shake my kids can have. It doesn't have any artificial sugars. It doesn't have a crap load of carbs or, a bunch of other stuff that I don't know. So that was really important to me. So that's, so they have two options. They can either sign up with all access, 1 year supply of Beachbody on Demand, all access, and 30 days of Shakeology, or they can do the performance stack. Okay. So the performance stack is 30 days of the pre-workout, which I can't live without now. I'm obsessed with this. And I didn't grab the post-workout. I have no idea what I was thinking. But the post-workout is a chocolate shake. It's a recovery shake. It's a protein shake, okay? And so that is your post-workout. It helps to replenish your muscles after a very strenuous workout. It's amazing and incredible. And it betters my performance, okay? That's the point of this. This is Hydrate. This is what I take during my workout. I give this to my kids because it has electrolytes in it. It is the equivalent to Gatorade, which I won't give my kids because of the sugar content, but I will give them this when they're sick or when they've been running around outside. Water does not refuel or replenish your body with electrolytes like this does. So this, I love it. My kids drink it. It's their workout shake while I drink my Energize. That's my workout shake. So they feel like they're kind of cool with that. But you can get one or the other, 30 days of Shakeology or the performance stack. So that's completely up to you on what you decide. I usually look for clues. What is my coach usually needing? Are they going through the fast food restaurant all the time and they feel like they need, they feel like they need to, they're really bad at getting all their veggies in, or excuse me, I need some water. Or are they having a hard time getting up in the morning and they need something to help fuel them and get them going for the day? So that's what I kind of listen to those clues and I give them the option. But usually I will point them in the direction that I want them to go. Okay. So that is when they buy that challenge pack, their $39.95, $40 sign up fee is waived. They don't have to pay that. Usually the all access challenge pack is around $160. That gives you all of that, a 1 year of Beachbody on Demand and 30 days of Shakeology or 30 days of the performance stack, $160. You guys, when I was thinking about personal training, I thought, okay, I'm going to go to a personal trainer and see if, I really want to have somebody work with me. Okay. They didn't give me like the meal plans that this Beachbody on Demand does, because it comes with the meal plans. But it was going to be like $200 a session. Okay, you guys, it was like $190 for a session. For less than 2 sessions with a personal trainer, you're going to get a year's worth of workouts, a year's worth of meal plans, and 30 days of one of the best shakes you will ever have that will fuel your body. I thought, oh my goodness, this is what everybody needs. And that's why I tell everybody about it, because it has absolutely changed my life. Okay, so let's talk about really quick how you make money, and then I will answer any questions that you have. I'm not going to give you so much information tonight that you have like no idea what I said. However, I do want you to think about questions, and you can ask me later or ask the coach that brought you on here tonight. So the last thing is this. So let me just put it this way. I had a call with my corporate mentor today, and she told me this, and I was stunned. So minimum wage right now, you guys, is $7.25. Minimum wage. The commission from every challenge pack that you sell, which is the All Access Challenge Pack, with Shakeology or Beachbody on Demand, Shakeology or the Performance Stack. Every challenge pack that you sell, you get $50, okay? The commission from one challenge pack is more than 6 hours at minimum wage. Think about that. The commission from, if you sell one challenge pack, the commission from that is more money than it would be if you were to work 6 hours at minimum wage. So 6 hours at minimum wage is $43.50. You get $50 to sell one challenge pack. I was floored when I heard that. So one way that you can earn income is you do get 25% commission off of everything that you sell. Okay, so you sell a challenge pack, you get $50. You sell one bag of Shakeology, you get $30. So anything, you sell one tub of this, you get 25% of that. You get 25. So anything that you sell, you get 25% commission, okay? But that's not where you actually earn your income. You earn your income by adding people just like you to your team and showing them exactly what you just did, okay? Showing them exactly how you tell people how they can get healthy. You have them join you. You have them sign up with Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack, and you teach them exactly what you did. And you add people to your team that can duplicate what you are doing. Okay, so this is the thing. When you give somebody an amazing experience, because we do all of our challenge groups online through Facebook, I do personally. We do have an app that you can use. I have used both. I prefer Facebook. Some of you guys may prefer the app. It's completely your choice. But I run my groups all on Facebook. And what happens is you get one person in here that absolutely is killing it. They're rocking it. They're showing up every day. They're posting their sweaty selfies. Then they go and tell their Sunday school class, or they go and tell their, the lunchroom when they're at work. And then all of those people are like, oh my gosh, Susie is losing all this weight and she looks fantastic. What are you doing? And then she says, hey, why don't you come and join me in this next group that I'm going to be a part of? And so what happens is you want to get Susie to start coaching, because now she's going to have these 5 customers that, are from her work that are wanting to lose weight too, to come and join her. And so now, not only have you added a coach to your team that's a rock star, because she has all 5 of her Sunday school friends, coming to be a part of your group, but now she's seeing income. And when she sees income, you see income. Beachbody pays both of you. Does that make sense? So that's how you actually earn more income. And I can go into what's called team bonus cycles. That's how you actually earn the income on a different call, because that would bore me to tears. You guys may be numbers driven. I, however, am not. So if you're not numbers driven, I won't go over that now. However, if you are numbers driven and you want to see that, I will definitely show you, because I love showing those people that are interested, because they're like, the light bulb goes off. But, and so I can tell you guys now that 95% of my income is not from my commission. It's from what my team has done. What my team has done. So let me just give you an idea. So the first month that I became a coach, I was able to pay back my challenge pack. So I was able to pay back all the money from my challenge pack in the first month. The second month, I signed my husband up as a coach. I had no idea what I was doing. However, and he was not going to coach, but I knew that in order for me to hit Emerald, I can't turn this off. This thing keeps dinging. Sorry, guys. In order for me to hit Emerald, I needed to have 2 coaches underneath me. And of course, I wanted to do that to show my husband that I really could make this an amazing business. So it was more to just tell him what to do. I don't know how to turn this off. I'm sorry, you guys. This dinging. Can you guys hear it? I'm so sorry. People keep texting me. You can't hear it? Oh, praise Jesus. It is going off, 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 off. I'm so sorry. Okay. It's just annoying me then. So I am not yelling. You just said I'm yelling. I'm not yelling. What was I talking about? Can somebody please tell me what I'm not talking about? Does anybody know what I was talking about? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, you were saying that you added him to become an Emerald.
Yes. Okay. You guys. So I added him to become an Emerald. And not because he was going to coach, but because, so I ordered some more Shakeology under him, some packets so that I could give him out. And so now I'm not yelling. Can I have that, please?
No. If you stop yelling, I will give you this water.
Thank you.
Stop yelling.
I'm not yelling.
Your kids are in bed.
Okay. My kids are asleep. I have to stop yelling. I'm sorry. So now 5.5 years later, you guys, because I added him as a coach at the very beginning, now he makes an income without doing anything because of the team bonus cycles and because of the volume that has accrued underneath him. Okay. So the potential to earn $100 a month is there. The potential to earn $100 a week is there. The potential to earn $500 a week is there, you guys. The potential to earn $1,000 plus. The potential to earn 6 figures is there. Y'all, any one of you guys can out-earn me. Just because I'm a coach a few levels above you or whatever does not mean that I earn the most money. It doesn't. If you work harder than me and you surpass me in volume, you can make more money than me. And that's how I love this business. It's not about everybody making the same amount of money, or I'm going to make the most because I'm at the top and all of you guys are going to make, less than that. However much money you want to make, you put that work in and you make sure that you're doing exactly the things that you should be doing and inviting people to your team. And I can guarantee you're going to make money. This is the last thing, and I'll close with this and I'll answer any questions. So when I got pregnant with my second son, I decided that I needed to take some time to be able to be a mom, and I was 2.5 years into my coaching business, and I wanted to have that time to be able to say, okay, coaching is going to have to sit for a minute. I've got so many leaders in place that, they can take over my challenge groups and things like that. But I wanted to take that time to be able to have that baby and not worry about my business and just be able to kind of be with my family. And so for 3 months, I kind of just laid low. And that entire 3 months, you guys, I got paid the exact same. My business did not dip. My business was able to continue because of what I did in order to sustain it and to get it to that place. I knew it was going to be rough, so I had to work super, super hard. But it just goes to show you that I bet you if you went into your work right now and you told them I need to take 3 months off, they're not going to pay you any money unless for some reason you have, a baby and they pay you. But I couldn't believe that my business it continued to stable. It was there. And I kept earning paychecks, and I was able to jump right back in as soon as I was ready to go for full force with my business again. And so you guys, the potential to make whatever it is that you want to make, not what I want you to make or what somebody else thinks you should make, but whatever it is that you want to make, your goal may only be $100 a week. You can do that. And we have the training and the resources to be able to show you how to get there. So what is your next step? Your next step is to contact your coach that sent you here. So you want to contact them and let them know that you are ready. And as soon as you're ready, they're going to get you signed up with everything that you need as far as to get started on your own health and fitness journey. And then we're going to get you plugged into training right away. We have training. We have team calls every single Thursday night where we're constantly getting together and going over what's working and what's not working and ideas. There is team training in the back of your coach office. So as soon as you get your login, when you sign up as a coach, you immediately have access to all of the Beachbody training. So literally, if you wanted to pull an all-nighter and get trained all in one night, you could, to learn the foundation of what Beachbody coaching is about. And then we have a 21-day coaching self-paced training that we like for you guys to do right away. So that is my heart and soul and passion. And you guys, I never, ever, ever thought 5 years I would still be here. I promise you. I never thought it. I never thought that it could absolutely benefit my family as much as it has. And now my kids are able to go to private school because of Beachbody coaching. I'm able to, there's so much that I now am able to help out with the family. And at the beginning, you guys, it was just, hey, I didn't have to ask Matt if I could go get my nails done. I just did it because I had the money. It didn't start off by me getting a computer, y'all. It didn't start off that way. It started off by me slowly making that money, and it just has continued to build and build and build. But at first I was able to get a manicure today, and I didn't have to ask Matt permission. I mean, I told him, but I wasn't like, hey, do we have the money? Because he would have said no. We didn't have the money. Or when I needed to get my hair done, I didn't have to say, hey, Matt, can you give me, can I save up? Can I earn commission? Can I, whatever, can I do the dishes? Like, can I get paid and save up to get my hair done? That was something that's the biggest blessing that Beachbody coaching has given me. So I want to encourage you guys that the sky is the limit for this, and you have an amazing team of coaches that are going to push you and help you to be successful, because nobody is successful unless you are. Nobody is. So I want to encourage you guys to go for it. It may never be the right time, but I want you to go for it. I want you to do something that could potentially change your life like it did me and a lot of other of us on our team. So does anybody off the top of their head have any questions right now before we head off here? Because I don't want to make it very long. Okay. So if you don't have any questions,